Hey runners, Wayne Calvert here and welcome to a technique training video. This video was taken the other day on one of my hard training workouts, and what I'm going to do is go through the video and show you some tips on correct running form. If you have any questions about how to improve your running form based on this video, please put your question in the comments box. All right, so let's get started. I want to look at breaking down is the feet or the leg turnover, the shoulders and the arm swing. They're the three most important parts of this training video. And as we come through, you'll see here, just as it starts to slow down, here's what we call the midfoot or pose running. So as my right leg comes through, you'll see now as it slows down, as we go to toe off on the left leg, right there, you see the two legs are parallel as they're coming through. Now the trick here is to learn quick cadence by pulling that left leg or pulling the heel up as fast as possible to get through the gate, through the running gate. And as my foot lands, it starts to load right there, and you'll see the knee is almost in line with the chest as I land or load up that foot. So the key takeaway here is when you've got good cadence, your foot, even if you're landing on midfoot, it's actually loading under load, and your knee should be almost in line with your chest. Therefore, your chest is pushed forward and you're leaning at the hips. You'll notice there my back is not bent, it's straight, but I'm still leaning forward. So you're leaning at the hips and at the ankles. And on every toe off, you'll notice there, load, come through, and then again, loading, and you'll notice a high heel pull as it comes through. And on the load, you'll know. So what we'll find is when I'm helping people and coaching people to change their running form, you'll often notice that their foot is still way back when their other foot is loading. So we've got to tighten that, get that stride pulled in by increasing the cadence. So as we go through, you'll see, as you can see, it's in full motion now. It's just landing. It almost looks like a bicycle, just turning on the pedals, turning around. And quick cadence is what you want to look for. My cadence is around the 182. When I'm doing speed work like this, we start to get into 184. Now, on the arm swing, it's really important. I often see a lot of people, they cross over, so their arm crosses over the center of their chest. You want to make sure each arm does not cross the center of your chest. Try and limit any sideways swing. I'm a little bit lazy here on this one. Normally my hands are straight forward because you are trying to move forward. If you swing across your chest too far, you're trying to micro swing sideways and sideways, and that's what's actually preventing you from going forward quicker. So all these little adjustments is what you want to focus on, and the easier way to focus on that is almost like just keep your arms like railroad tracks moving forward, straight, nice and straight, nice and straight. And like I said, this particular session, I was just a tad bit lazy. Normally my hands are a lot straighter than this, but that is quite good. So as we go through, keep pushing through, you'll see in a faster motion, you'll see it's just not crossing over that center. There we go, there's a better shot. You see that hand is not actually crossing over at all. And what you'll notice here is just a slight rotation in the hips. So as my feet come up or the heels pull up, there's a slight rotation with that arm swing. And that's in order to propel forward. So you've just got this little rotation in the hips to complement your arm swing. So it almost feels like you're bouncing. That's what it looks like on the camera. But when you're actually there watching, there's not a lot of bounce going on when it's on full speed. So there we go. Okay, so in full speed, you'll see there's not much bounce there. It's pretty smooth, but when you do the slow motion, it looks like you're on a lot of bounce as we go through. So now onto shoulder rotation, another critical part of your run. So your shoulder rotation, if you've got the correct arm swing, you're going to find your shoulder rotation should be good. Now, Once again, with a lot of people, I find they hunch forward with their shoulders. What you've got to do is be standing up straight and pinch your shoulders back. So your two shoulder blades, it's almost like you're trying to hold a pencil between your two shoulder blades as you run. So you're keeping a nice straight back, your abdomen all strong and locked in, and your shoulders are pinched back. So you're getting really good rotation through the shoulders as you run because your arms are forward and straight. There we go. You see it's like a slight rotation in that. Everything here is designed to propel you forward. And when you put all of these things together, what you actually find is your speed or your pace and time without any extra effort actually starts to increase. And that's how you can work towards getting PRs in your 5K, 10K, half marathon, marathons. And this is where it's all put together. Now, this was actually the last set that I had to do. So if anything, I should be tired, but you'll notice my chest is forward, shoulders are back, straight is back there, and my feet turn over. So perfect posture on that. So there it is. I hope you got a lot out of that, those quick little tips. Now, if you do have any questions about correct running form and correct technique, put some questions in the comments box. I'd love to answer them for you because back in 2015, I used to actually be a form and technique running coach here in Sydney. But now recently, I'm just more putting that into my athletes on a one-on-one basis and getting them to get the right form. Why is running form and technique so important? Easy. It's the best way to stay injury-free when you're out there running. So often I meet a lot of people out there that have sore knees or particularly sore hips, and a lot of that's got to do with incorrect running posture. Their cadence is out or their back is not straight. There's a whole lot of different things. My goal as a coach is to correct running form and technique with people so that they can go on to run injury-free, which then creates more consistency with their training, which then builds more capacity with the amount they can train and therefore gives them a greater improvement. So I hope you got a lot out of that, and I look forward to seeing you on the next technique running video. See you later.